Hi, and welcome to the Improved Garage YouTube channel. If you haven't subscribed, please click the button. So today, I'm going to be unboxing something that was actually given to me to test for the channel to make a video on. So I'll talk a little bit about it. I'll unbox it here on camera and show you how it arrived, how it was packaged. So this was just delivered. Today is the 28th of December. I ordered a couple days before Christmas, so with the holiday season it took 4 or 5 days to get here, which seems reasonable. Other packages that I've ordered around the same time either just arrived or aren't here yet. So this was ordered from Amazon, and it shipped in a normal Amazon packaging. If you open it up, there was some air fill put in here, and it is boxed individually in this slip cover. We can cut that open, and inside, let's see what we got. So this is from a company called Topdon, T-O-P-D-O-N, and I was invited into their Facebook group through one of the other Facebook groups that I'm in, and asked to test products for them. They have a couple different products, and they just pick one at random and kind of choose which one they want you to test. So this is the Jump Starter Jump Surge 2000, or JS2000 is the part number. 12 volt car and truck, 2000 peak amp jump pack. So let's unbox it here. We'll get it charged up, and then I'll give it a test, and I'll compare it against the one that I already own, which is the Vulcan that comes from Harbor Freight. This retails at $99.99. I paid it as like $106 after tax, at free shipping, Amazon Prime, and the company reimbursed me for the amount that I spent on the product in exchange for the review. But I'm going to try to give an honest review, honest opinion of it. Would I purchase it with my own money? And talk through that. And like I said, I do own one. I own a Vulcan, and it works fine for the couple of times that I've needed to use it. So we'll see how this compares. And I will say that it looks, build quality perspective, it looks kind of like a C-Tech, like the packaging and stuff looks that way. So it comes in this nice hard case, which is kind of semi-rigid, like my headphone cases that I often use. It's got like a fibrous coating, nice heavy-duty zipper. So we'll unzip it here, and then kind of get some of this stuff out of the way. All right, and there is a Topdon logo here on the top of the box. So inside we have a little owner's manual. In the top here we have our jump start clamps, so our positive and negative clamps. They look nice. They've got good tension. They seem decent quality. They are plastic bodied, but they have metal jaws. The wire is heavy gauge. It's like an 8 gauge. Yeah, 8 gauge. And it's a short length. It's a 12-inch wire. So based on that, it should be able to provide the current that they're claiming through that length of wire. Read this instruction before use. Don't press the boost before connecting the car battery. Don't connect 2 clamps. Only for 12 volt vehicles, red clamp for plus, black clamp for minus. Green light on, start the engine. Red light on with buzzing. That means that you've reversed the connections. Reconnect to step 3. Green light blinking, press boost. Start the engine within 30 seconds. No lights on and no buzzing. Make sure correct connection. Press boost. Start the engine within 30 seconds. So the English isn't perfect, but it does make a lot of sense. So it seems like what they want you to do is you're going to connect this. The green light is going to blink. You're going to press the boost button, which is probably charging some sort of capacitor that they have in here with some power stored. And then when you start the car, it's releasing that power. Also in here is a charging cable. So it looks like it charges, there's a USB to USB-C cable, which I assume is to charge the unit. So let's pull it out of the sleeve here and take a look at it. Okay, so it's definitely big. It's got it's got some weight to it. I mean, it's not heavy, but it weighs more than I expected it to. This is like a rubberized coating around the edges. There's a light on the bottom, and then obviously the pack itself is plastic. The fit and finish looks good. The labels are nice. The set screws look good. It obviously can be taken apart for servicing. There are like rubber doors over all of the connectors. So this one says input and has the USB-C connector for charging this. On this side, it says engine start, output 1, 5 volt 3 amp, output 2, 5 volt 2.1 amp. So there's the engine start connector, which would be for this. And then there are two USB connectors. One is a 3 amp and one is a 2.1 amp. So for fast charging a phone that supports it, or for slow charging a normal phone, which 2.1 amps is still fast charge. It's a 10 watt output. And then there is a flashlight on the bottom. So let's try turning it on. So press the on button. Okay, so I've got a battery indicator light here. Oh, and there's also a DC out over here with like a barrel connector. What's interesting is I don't see a way to use that. So there isn't like a female thing. Maybe there's an accessory that they sell that allows you to use that. Okay, so we can read through the instructions here really quick. So it says, our paper manuals are in English, German, and Japanese. For other languages, please visit our official website, or you can scan, there's a QR code here. So English, all of the connectors that I talked about. The safety indicator, which is on the side, green means ready to use, red means reverse polarity, flashing green means the battery level of the vehicle is too low, so we need to use boost. The indicator doesn't light up. The battery of the vehicle may be totally dead. Make sure that you've correctly connected the clamps to the vehicle, press the boost button. Alternatively, flash red and green. You have tried 4 dump starts within 10 minutes. Please disconnect the clamps and reconnect to try again. Okay. Press the power button once to turn on the jump starter. Okay. Press and hold the power button for 3 seconds to turn on the lights. Then press the power button once to toggle between flashlight, strobe, SOS, and off in turn. Okay. Recharge the jump starter. The jump starter comes partially charged and needs to be fully charged prior to use. Please charge it through the USB-C input port once you receive it. Please jumpstart vehicles only when the battery level of the jump starter is more than 50%. Make sure you've turned off all power loads of the vehicle, including headlights, radio, air conditioner, before attempting. Plug the cables in, press the start button, etc. Okay, so I'm going to start off by charging this guy, and we'll let it get to 100%. As you can see, it's only about 75 right now, according to the battery indicator. So we'll let it get fully charged, and then we'll test it out. All right, so we're going to give the Topdon JS2000 a test. So here we have my 2018 GLC 43 AMG. It has a twin turbo V6. It has a lot of electronics and different things in it. It does not have a dead battery. However, I have disconnected the battery for this test, so it has been removed, and there is a rag here to keep this from connecting. You'll see that this light is blinking, which means that it wants you to press the boost button, right? It says right on the back. Green light on, start engine. Green light blinking, press boost. So I press that, wait till it's solid. Now let's try starting the car. See what happens. So that's pretty impressive. Everything's running, everything's on, car started. This is reporting 75% battery. Let's try it a second time. Remember, it was fully charged when we started here. Okay, car shut down. This is connected. Light is blinking. Press the button. Do it again. All right, let's go for 3. Okay, so I have a red-green flash, which means that I've tried 4 starts, which I didn't. I only tried 3, but anyway, it says please disconnect and reconnect to try again. Okay, so we're in, we're connected. Press the button. It's number 3. Let's try number 4. I'm still reporting 75% battery on the Topdon. I'm trying to be as hard on this thing as I can. Not letting the car run, the lights are on, the vents are on, the heater's on, all of the accessories are running, radio's on. All right, so that's pretty impressive. I'm at least 10 times I've started the car, running off that, shut it off practically immediately. I mean, it just seems to keep going. 50% battery life left. And this is a really hard task because normally you have a battery in the car, and that battery that's in the car it has a little bit of charge. You know, it's not 0 volts, it's something like 8 volts or 9 volts. It's not quite enough to start your car, but it's enough to, you know, it's enough to do some basic things. And the Jump Pack is responsible for giving it enough to get the car to start so that then your alternator can take over from there. And in this case, the Topdon is getting the car to start, and then the car is staying running with no battery. And that's pretty impressive. So I would say, you know, for your average car, this is a pretty big engine. You know, it's not the biggest, but it's a 3.5 liter V6. When I think about like the Mercedes-Benz brand as a whole, they only make one engine, well, I guess one current engine bigger than this, which would be the 63. They also have a 550, which is basically a 63 with no turbos. So this is the second biggest engine in their line, but below this they have a 200, a 250, a 300, a 350, and this is the 43. They also have a 45, which is smaller than this. It's technically a 4-cylinder. So really, like, this thing was started 10 times by this $100 jump pack, and it worked really well. So I would say that I'm pretty impressed by it. You know, I think that it worked really well. So with that being said, I'm gonna get the car started running on the battery and reprogram all of the stuff that just reset from me disconnecting the battery 10 times. You know, thank you for watching. I think that the Topdon, you know, my limited testing, my limited exposure to it, it seems to be packaged very well. Comes in a really nice case. It's something that you can definitely, you know, stick in the back of your car and stow. It's protected. It's not going to bounce around or get busted or broken. It's not an ugly thing that you have to look at. It's a nice package. It works really well. You know, I charged it up and it started this car 10 times with no issue. I mean, reasonably, in a normal dead battery situation, you need it to get your car started, and then you get your car to a place like an AutoZone, an O'Reilly's, a Pep Boys, something like that, so that they can test your battery, or take it to a dealership so they can test your battery and figure out what's wrong and replace your battery. So, you know, I think it's a really good solution. It's something that's nice to have in your car. And it's something that'll stay in my car most likely. You know, I normally have a scan tool and, you know, something like that, and a small toolkit that I keep in my car, and I think that that's going to be replacing the Viking one that I had from Harbor Freight, which, you know, that probably would have started this car 3 or 4 times. I've used it before, and it's pretty easy to run dead. It's fine. It's a smaller device though. The JS2000 is a 20,000 mAh device, and the Viking is a 12 or a 16. I think it's a 16. So, you know, the JS2000 definitely seems to hold up really well. And I would say overall fit and finish, the packaging, the case, like it's much better than the Harbor Freight unit. Harbor Freight unit didn't come with a case, you know, it's just a unit. So I think it's a really good option. So thank you for watching, and have a great day.